You might have to get a little bit closer, because you're still going in and out there. Not real bad. Yeah, but that's better. Oh yeah, that's tons better.
Alright, here we go. Just keep it like this.
Oh, sweet.
Are we still recording?
Oh yeah, we're still recording. Lay it on me.
Here we go. Alright, so the thing we kind of decided on was picking 3 Pokemon each, and today I'm going to be going over Muck, Flygon, and the Holy Shittingja. So, wanting to start off with Muck, the nickname for the set is Don't Fuck with Muck. Because this tank, it kind of turned into a tank for a reason. So the moves are Shadow Sneak, Gunk Shot, Curse, and Brick Break.
Oh, that sounds close to mine almost.
Really? What was yours?
Well, mine's pretty old, but I think I have Fire and Ice Punch on it, possibly, but the other 2 moves, I do have Curse on it. I forget what the last move is, though. Oh, it's Payback, actually, but it's an old set.
Payback. It was either Payback or Brick Break, but I decided to go with it because of Steel Walling.
Yeah.
Now, I decided to max out its attack, give it a brave nature, so it's plus attack, but minus speed. Now you're going to put 252 in attack, obviously, 228 in defense, and 28 in special defense. Now, that evens out Muck's defenses to 243 apiece, while having 351 for HP, so you're more than likely to take a hit. Now, you're going to be utilizing Muck's Dream Roll ability called Poison Touch.
Ooh, nice.
For an extra little chance of what you want to do. And Black Sludge, just for Muck's massive HP stat. Well, not really massive, but it's pretty big.
It's decent. Yeah.
It's not blissy big, but it's there. So, Muck is a very decent, it's more than decent actually, it's just great because it's poison typing, it gives it a lot of versatility of what you want to do with it. Now, Gunk Shot is going to be your main stab move. I know it only has 70 accuracy, but it's a shame that it doesn't get home claws because, I mean, you can't really home Sludge. Now, Brick Break is for you to counter steals and rock types that you might not want to have in your way because most likely in today's metagame, all rock types will carry Earthquake and you do not want to be taking one of those. Shadow Sneak, just for obvious priority, is obvious. I mean, you always want to have the upper hand when you're battling somebody. You always really want to do something nice with that, like say that it's Muck. I mean, obviously, Muck has 122 speed right now, and once you keep playing it with Curse, it's not really good for you. You'll never attack first unless you use that move. And Curse, obviously, is to, like, obviously boost you up. I mean, I say obviously too much, damn.
I don't know. But it's like, yeah, you're not going to, like, outspeed anything, so it's like, yeah, it's not even hurting you for the speed drop or anything like that.
Does it even get gyrable?
I don't think it does, no. But I do notice, like, since it's already somewhat special defensive bulky, at least to an extent and all, you know, Curse Word just makes it that much more of a sponge.
Exactly. That's why I put that's why I balanced out the defenses for that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not have been, it has, what, base 70? Or...
I actually don't know. I haven't looked into Muck in quite some time. But it's a fun poke, and it's neat, and it's probably one of my favorite poison types.
I've seen people mess around with it. Alright, I want to find out right now. Here we go. Muck has base 75 defense, so you're not, it maxes out at 273, so you're not really going to get much out of it. Now, what I decided, moving on, well,
Talking about this Muck and...
Try it out, don't fuck with Muck, and just have a grand old time. Now, one of my favorite things that I want to do is, one of my favorite dragon types ever from 3rd generation has always been Flygon. I've never really looked back on it except for Altaria, rest in peace, Puff Daddy.
Oh.
So, I decided to get a little freaky with this Flygon, and I call this Flygon Noise Creep because you're going to be utilizing Screech, attack. So Screech is going to double your attack when you use it on somebody. So basically, it's a +1 boost to you. Now, Dragon Claw and Earthquake are going to be your two main moves, but obviously, Flygon gets plenty of other attacks like Thunder Punch, U-Turn, obviously, and Fire Punch, all that good jazz. So you can just throw that together. Again, Roost and Sub, it's totally up to you. Now, the one thing I don't like about this set is that Flygon, you're going to be maxing out attack and speed at 299 and with a beneficial speed nature at 328. But the defenses are only 196 and 197 if you put that. And I put the extra 4 into special defense just for kicks. Because you know Flygon does not appreciate ice type moves at all. So just check that out.
I'd say it's kind of like a few of my others in regards where it can hit hard and all, and it's different. Like no one really expect to switch into a Screech, and I do the same thing with my Electivire because yeah, no one's going to predict you using Screech, and you know 2- or defense drop is a hefty loss on any Pokemon, and it's going to get hard or get hit hard by anything else you have. So they either got to make a decision to either stay in, depending if they're fast or not or something like that, and either you get to hit them really hard, or they have to switch out to another poke that they may not necessarily want to get hit with anything else and all, and so you halfway get a free heavy hit or just a free hit in general, depending. And I mean, it's to me like these days misdirection is key to a lot of things because people just don't see stuff coming, and that's the beauty of being original with your sets. I mean, if you do everything that's on the mainstream and all, it's predictable. You're gonna know what everyone has, and the game kind of loses what makes it fun in the first place. What Pokemon's all about is just being original. And so that's definitely different. Life Orb will definitely help it out, even if you don't get the Screech because it's low accuracy. You're at least going to hit something decently well. Because you have 2 stab moves, right?
The 2 stab moves are going to be Dragon Claw and Earthquake. I was kind of hesitant on actually slapping the Dragon Tail on it. While I had Fly, I could use Toxic instead of Roost and Fly just for Toxic stall,
Yeah.
And I was also thinking Outrage, but that would kind of defeat the purpose.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, the only 2 things that are going to be hitting it real hard is like Ice and Dragon moves, and you don't have to worry about electric moves. You could probably live some water attacks decently enough, especially if you have Roost and all. You could possibly, wall that out a bit.
I was always fun Flygon. It's one of my favorite dragon types. I like abusing the ones that are really well known in the upper tiers. Like Altaria, I will slap Cotton Guard on that.
Oh, hell yeah.
So here comes my star of my 3. Let's Shedinja. And the name for this set is called Où est-ton Dieu, meaning where is your god in French.
Can you even put that in the game? Like really? Like that long?
Yeah. PO lets you do 12 characters instead of 10.
Oh.
So it was kind of neat.
Oh.
So, okay, what we're going to max out its HP stat.
What?
That's the first thing you want to do. Shedinja has
Go for that
such
HP.
a high HP stat, you need to abuse it. Just kidding. Don't fucking do that. Anyway, obviously, we all know that Shedinja is a Bug Ghost type with the ability of Wonder Guard, giving it 5 weaknesses and only 1 HP with frail as hell defenses. But it has also been granted an insane amount of attack stat and somewhat good enough speed at 179 when you max it out. But we're going to be giving the Shedinja a lonely nature and a focus sash. Now, I really like this set. It's amazing. I use it all the time. Sorry, I'm going out of order, Cam. But
Oh, no, that's cool, man. Go for it.
let's see. Here's the main 4. We have Shadow Sneak, X Scissor, Sword Stance, and Sunny Day. Now,
Huh.
everyone really laughs at me when when I put Sunny Day on there, but they really don't know what they're getting themselves into. When you're in big threats, especially 5th generation, when you're dealing with weather whores like T-Tar and Abomasnow, you really can't afford to lose one of your own team members that fast. The main way to use Shedinja is to send it on something that cannot attack it unless you have something unexpected. Now, when your opponent can attack, or if you're predicting a switch, you use Sword Stance. And bringing your attack up to 612 in one turn is pretty fucking good.
That is. Theron? Oh snap, I think we lost him here. Okay. His mic has seemed to drop on him for the moment. Theron. Alright, we're working out the kinks here.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Alright, great.
Yeah, he's back.
Mike decided to cut out the last time I didn't want to.
Computer malfunctions for the win.
So I was talking about Shedinja. Now, we're not even going to be using the leftover 4 EVs because it's not really worth it. You basically always want to have attack and speed, and if you're really going to put 252 EVs into HP, you're fucking dumb. Just throwing that out there.
I'm sure there's people who do it, sadly enough.
Once you get to 5th gen, it's all serious. But I don't play serious. But what you also could do instead of running Sunny Day is it gets really nice moves like you get Confuse Ray, and you get Confuse Ray, you get, my favorite, Sandstorm. Let's see, you get Sucker Punch. So I've seen some people run Sucker Punch, Trick, Will-O-Wisp, or Final Gambit. Oh my gosh, Final Gambit is just amazing on Shedinja. You can also do Endure, but that's another story. So, I mean, where's your god? Just the Shedinja can tear apart Uber's teams with his set, so take it away.
Okay, I'll take it away. But one thing I will say about Shedinja right there is that I haven't changed my old one yet, because I do have one that I've, been pretty successful with. But I actually thought about letting it have Dig on there because, they send in the Heatran or something like that, or some other fire type. Even if you get a Sword Stance up or not, you could possibly, get some damage on it and they won't really, expect it. But, I don't know, I really need to work on my old set and all because, I'm going through all my old pokes and see even if I can change some stuff, change some EVs. Because back in the day, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Apparently, I didn't know what the hell I was doing with EVs because I'm looking at it now like, what the fuck was... It's like, I must have been retarded back in the day or something.
Shouldn't just mighty fun to use.
Oh, yeah. I named mine Dead Meat. I figured that was appropriate.
Dead Meat, nice.
Dead Meat. It's like, technically it's very befitting.
It's already dead.
Exactly.
So, what are you thinking about doing right now?
Alright, let's see. I'm actually going to start off with my old Dawn fan, which, a long time ago I named it Dirt Bomb. I don't know. I thought about changing that to Tiller or something like that because I thought it was kind of neat, just being different.
I named mine It's Uber Bitch.
Well, actually, since 5th Gen has come out, I have not seen Dawn Fan get much love. I mean, even though it's still an OU poke, you don't really see it but so much, and whenever you do, it's mainly just used for, like, Stealth Rock Abuse and Rapid Spin, which, is like the main sets and all that anyone ever has for it, which I kind of don't know why, because it does have a few other things it can do. And what I did with mine is I made it Adamant, of course, which I don't know if anyone else... I think they go with Impish sometimes and all in their other sets. But yeah, we're going to go with Adamant. We're going to max out the attack, so 255 EVs in that. And that brings up to 372, which is going to hit anything, pretty hard. It's going to put a dent in almost anything. Now, what I did do is I actually put some EVs in speed. It is slow as freaking hell, but I did a little research, and for some of the slower ground types, like Swampert and Gastrodon, Gastrodon for sure you can outspeed, and the reason for outspeeding this and all, as far as just having a Dawn fan in the first place, is it has Seed Bomb, which is not a move anyone ever freaking uses, and I don't know why, because it's, I mean, come on, it's a ground type. Seed Bomb. It's going to hit something really hard where that's, weak to it. And, right at the bat, where I one-hit KO a Rhyperior and then one-hit KO a Starmie, so you can't really complain about that. Now, I did put let's see, how many EVs did I put in speed? I'll check here. Okay, I still not actually changed this, so you don't have to follow this EV spread entirely, because I'm still messing with it, and I'm seeing what I can outspeed, and I may change it and put like the rest in defense. Right now I have 83 in speed, 125 in defense, and 47 in HP actually. I wanted to give it like a little bit extra HP, because right now it's sitting at 332 HP, which you can get a lot more than that. I think the highest I can get is like near its attack stat almost, or don't hold me to that. Defense right now is at 305, which is kind of low for a Dawn fan, but that's at the expense of speed though. So speed right now is 156, and I checked my Swampert, which it has 31 IVs in it, but no EVs in speed or anything like that, and it's at 156 at level 100, so it's going to be a speed tie at that point, unless you want to take out more EVs from another stat and put it in there to make sure you go first. That's your decision. Like I said, I'm messing around with it. The other thing that really helps out with this set is Fire Fang, which is going to hit Ferrothorns really hard. Again, I don't think anyone really runs this on Dawn Fan at all. Nonetheless, you can possibly get a burn on something, which is always helpful. So you're going to be hitting Ferrothorns, Fortress, Scizors especially, and also, of course, grass types, which no one's going to really expect you to stay in with Dawn Fan when they send in the grass types, but you hit with Fire Fang, you're going to be doing some damage. Last move is Ice Shard, which a lot of people are running Landorus these days, and Ice Shard is going to hit that pretty hard, and anything that gets hit by this Dawn Fan is going to take some extra damage, because I carry Expert Belt on it, so it's 20% extra damage you're doing. That's just 10% shy of Life Orb, which is pretty damn good if you ask me. And, I'm sorry, what?
I was going to say, sorry for interrupting you, by the way.
Oh, that's cool.
So far, I love this set. I can't wait to see what you have in store for it. But, I mean, the fact that you run Expert Belt in front instead of running actual lefties, that's really impressive, because people mainly think of Dawn Fan as a tank, but, I mean, it's much more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, probably for ground types, but...
Yeah, and it's like, Leftovers is good, but at the same time, you're only going to be living but so much. I mean, unless you're just sitting there, taking physical attacks, which you can take it like a beast if it wants to, but yeah, I mean, a special attack comes in, even if it's not something that's, effective, it's going to do a good chunk to Dawn Fan, because it has weak special defense. So, I figure in this case, if you're going to hit something at all, might as well hit it hard and possibly win it KO it. And, I mean, yeah, if you hit a Landorus with an Ice Shard with Expert Belt, I'm pretty sure you're going to do, like, more than half, I would think.
Well, I mean, how many EVs do you think is invested in the Landorus' defense?
I really doubt anyone has any defense invested in Landorus, because mostly they're always, like, max speed and Scarfed, or max attack and Scarfed, so, yeah, I really don't think they ever run EVs in that... for defense. I think it's mainly just like attack, speed, and maybe special attack if they're running that hidden power ice.
That's a good idea. I mean, when I tried using Landorus, it was a different experience, because I never really liked it. I only used it once, and one time only, because 5th gen wasn't the best. I never really cared for it.
Yeah, some moves in 5th gen, I really think they, just overkilled it too much. Or like with Coil and Quiver Dance, I mean, they could have taken out, one stat boost in those and left it like a Dragon Dance, which to me would have been a little bit more fair. And I don't know, and V-Create, like, give me a break. Did you really have to create that move?
I mean, think about it. If you play Ubers, I mean, if you use that on a fucking Rayquaza, you can tear shit up.
Yeah. Well, Victini is what UU, so I mean, yeah, you can still bring that in an OU battle and 180 base power hit that stab. You're almost going to be taking out anything that doesn't resist it, and
I mean, slap a fire gem on that if you want to, but
yeah, I mean, I got trolled by this one guy who used Trick Room and he had a Life Orb Victini with a V Crate, and I'm just like, that is. I mean, it's incredibly cheap. It's effective, but it's incredibly cheap. That's, why I don't actually like to use most legends and all. Or if I do, I definitely put my own spin on it, so it's not, OU horde like everything else is. But anyway, that's the set for this Dawn Fan here. It is done pretty good so far. And like I said, with the Expert Belt, that's just 10% shy of Life Orbs, so you're still doing a crap ton of damage and not getting that recoil. And if you stay in on certain pokes, like Ferrothorns, other grass types, things it'll be weak against, someone's more than likely going to use a move that that won't be used to take it out because they're going to predict you to switch. So that gives you an advantage, lets you hit them really hard, possibly, and yeah, I mean, like I said, most people use Rapid Spin and Stealth Rock, so they will not see this set coming at all.
Nice job, man. Alright, I love it so far.
As appreciated. Okay, what's next? Oh, okay. Next is a really old Pokemon that I made, I think, back in like Diamond. Yeah, it was the Diamond or Platinum, and it's my old Skarmory, and that named Talon, just for the hell of it. And I figured Steel Talon. Talon, yeah. I made this one Careful Nature, and made it a max special defense. And the reason I did that is because, believe it or not, it can actually take some T-bolts and flamethrowers decently well. And you would not think that, actually. But mostly everyone thinks, it's going to be max defense or, at least a lot of EVs invested in it. And I do have a fair amount. I have 158 in defense and 97 in HP. So, yeah, of course 255 in special defense. So you're looking at 295 HP. It does have the lefties, which is part of the key to this whole set. 355 defense still, which is that's still really great defense, despite not being max and having some there. Special defense is 262, which that is kind of low compared to a lot of things, but I found out some stuff from using this for a very long time. It actually does make a difference despite it being low. Like even Swampert with max special attack is 295. Most people will never run that, but it actually hits decently, decently enough to put chunks into something. And on this set here, it's to really fool people and mess with them. I put one move on here to be kind of lulzy, but it actually paid off. And you can switch it with another one that do the same thing, but you will lose an advantage in other cases. It has Fly over Brave Bird because I don't want any more recoil damage, and its attack is only 191, so you're not really concerned with doing a lot of damage with this set.
I did that with my Skarm as well, but that's a different story. I can go on.
Oh yeah, oh that's cool, man.
Take the floor, go ahead.
It's all good. Now, it does have a lulzy move of Mud Slap, which is not there for damage, but is there, for the accuracy drop. But at the same time, if you're, someone who battles a whole lot, and sometimes that little bit of damage, extra damage, can sometimes, win you the game. If something's burned or, toxicated, it's going to help. Also because they're not going to, expect it. If they send someone in, you use Mud Slap, lower the accuracy. They have something that's a low accuracy move like Fire Blast, Hydro Pump, Thunder, whatever. It's really going to hinder them. And the last two moves are Roost, of course, and Toxic. Now, yeah, this is a great stall set because, again, no one sees it coming. So you can either go two ways. You can either Toxic on the first turn or Mud Slap. Either way, it's going to give you one up over the person because the Toxic on anything is is awesome. It's going to be a big help over time. Or Mud Slap and all. What starts to happen is they start to miss. Toxic takes more damage, and when you use Fly, you get lefties back that turn. They take more Toxic damage and also lose a turn. and that again, depending if they have like low PP moves or just even lowering their power points to begin with, is a plus, and then they take damage after that with fly. So yeah, you're constantly getting life back. They're taking more damage and missing, and it's just really gotten on people's nerves, and they hate this set. I've taken out Salamences, Tyrannotars, all kinds of stuff with this thing. Infernapes. Yeah, it's definitely been one of my favorite Poke Sword because it's been my own little thing I made. People see Mudslap and think, what the fuck? But it is worked well, and definitely one of my best Pokemon, I have to say.
I really love that set. I've been listening since you mentioned it. I mean, what I would do if I'd only change slot with Skydrop, because I mean, I love it. I knew Skydrop is a bit weaker in power, but I was like thinking they might set up spikes if you have another spinner, or I mean, it's totally fine, but
yeah.
Totally original. Wait, what does Skarm special attack come to?
Its special attack is 104.
Good enough for me. I think it's only for the accuracy drop.
Yeah, it's only for the accuracy drop, but with Toxic, it can sometimes make the difference. When you do that last hit, or they would hit you and all, where the next turn you're gonna die, and the Toxic just isn't enough to kill. Find out that little bit of work can really go the distance sometimes. And but yeah, that's one of my old favorite sets. Actually, at some point, I want to make a Sword Stance set, which a lot of people have been talking about doing, but yeah, I have to really look into it. I've been going back and forth with a bunch of pokes lately, so I think of one and then wind up doing another. Like I've been thinking about making a Bear Tick and all. It was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Never did it, and now I'm thinking, okay, now I'm gonna do Embor, and I probably won't do that either.
So I believe you had your powerhouse with these 3. Coming up next.
Yeah, where is it on here? There it is. Okay, last Pokemon I have is Salamence, which is actually a Pokemon I never really use that much. Usually I shy away from Pokemon that are extremely, horde, and it was a lot, long time ago. Not so much these days, but it's getting a little more use now since Dream World ability is out, and it came out from Ubers. So it is seeing a little bit more play as of late. But I wanted to do something completely different, throw people off. That's usually my thing. I try to do stuff that's really going to make someone, scratch their head and be like, what the hell is, going on here? And so what I did with this set was I want something that's going to be fast, but I didn't want to use Dragon Dance because everyone uses Dragon Dance or an Outrage. So I figured right off the bat I'm going to make it max speed, which is at max speed it's 328. I'm not worried about defenses on this thing because Salamence has kind of cruddy defenses anyway. So anything that starts hitting on it, it's going to take it down pretty quick, more than likely. But as everyone knows, Salamence is just a hard hitter, for physical attack or special attack, and it's there just to troll over people and scare them away with Outrage. Now what I gave it for moves is Stone Edge, Home Claws, Hydro Pump, and Fire Blast. And let's see. Oh, I want to. I cannot talk. I really wanted to mess with the attack stats and all to make it somewhat even, but enough to where it's going to hit anything decently, without one of them being hindered. So I made it hasty natured so that way I can get the speed boost to work, but not have a drop in special attack or attack. So at attack right now it's at 318, which anything over 300 is pretty okay. That's mediocre for good Pokemon. And its special attack is 306. So you got 3 stats that are they're a bit over 300. And Home Claws, that I also used because I wanted to utilize a move that no one else really uses. So Home Claws helps every single one of your moves. Stone Edge. I had to choose Stone Edge over Dragon Rush because if you have Hydro Pump on Immense, you can't have Dragon Rush. So, but that it still has good coverage because it's going to hit hefty flyers like Dreamworld Dragonite, Zapdos. It's going to hit fire types and ice types, of course. Hydro Pump will take out Gliscors with one hit. A lot of people will not expect that because they will send in the Gliscor, expecting the Outrage, and what do they get? They get a Hydro Pump to the face. Fire Blast, good coverage there for Ferrothorns, Jirachis, grass types. It has good general coverage for almost anything that anyone sends out for you. The only thing is it does not have a stab move. So if someone sends in a dragon or something like that, unless it's like Altaria or another Mint or something like that, you're not going to be hitting it but so hard. But at the same time, it psychs them out because they're going to be expecting the Outrage or Dragon Claw or even Draco Meteor. They're most likely not going to switch in, a dragon. And so that can give you a chance to, start stocking up on Home Claws. So when they do come in, you can just, Stone Edge them to the face and knock the shit out of them. So
it's a really good idea. I remember you and I talked about it at least once where, it's a great idea. It's working.
yeah, thank you. Also I forgot to mention is the item on this is Expert Belt, which... yeah, again, it's for all the coverage you have and for as many types as you can hit with this stuff, it's going to hit, that even harder. And so you've got really good coverage on both spectrums of attack and special attack with this set. And with the Expert Belt, you're going to be one-hit KOing Gliscors, Ferrothorns more than likely. I've not been able to test it but so much since I gave it to Expert Belt, but from what I do know, I hit a Jirachi with Fire Blast, and it did 3/4 almost at that point. So with an Expert Belt, there's a chance you could maybe win it KO, maybe, but don't hold me to that. One-hit KO Ferrothorns, Fortresses. It's going to take Skarmory down to sturdy, or at least close, I would imagine.
Wow. I mean, again, it's just outstanding what you can do with Salamence. I've always loved it.
Yeah, it's a Pokemon that's I think people could do a little bit more with, because even though it gets Hydro Pump, you don't ever see that, and I think that's a move that should definitely be used more often because of those pesky Gliscors and all that are sometimes hard to take out, and a lot of people have complained whereas that I have too many low accuracy moves. Well, Fire Blast never usually misses for me. Actually, it's the only low accuracy move that I trust. Over Flamethrower. But the others, it's a little dicey at times, but the point is, if it does hit, you're going to be hitting something really hard, and it can really fool people because no matter which move you use, you can make them think you're something you're not. Because if they see Home Claws, they're going to think, oh, okay, you're just all physical. Well, then they send in something... yeah. Exactly. So they send in something like Gliscor or Skarmory, and then what do you have? Yeah, Hydro Pump, Fire Blast. So, or if they see one of the special moves first, they're gonna do the opposite, switch in something that's gonna be able to sponge that like a Blissey or something like that, and then you can start Stone Edging.
But I mean, you also do it to factor in how many boosts do you think it would do? I think if you have one boost to at least one Home Claws up on a Blissey.
I'd say if you have one Home Claws up and you hit it with a Stone Edge, you should be doing a bit over half. I would think, I think it would do a little less under half.
Soft Boiled said high.
Say what?
I mean, Soft Boiled said high.
Soft Boiled said high? What?
I'm saying if it does it over half, then it's just going to go back up to Soft Boiled.
Well, yeah, but see, that gives you a chance where to either Home Claws up again, or you can keep hitting them and you eventually get a crit. But I mean, you got to be a little careful with that also because most Blisses carry T-Wave and or Toxic, so that's a little bit of a gamble right there. But nonetheless, if they start to soft boil up because they're trying to save their Bliss, that They can either let you set up that much more on it, and if they decide to switch out because they want to save it, then you're going to be hitting something that much harder with Stone Edge. And there was someone I was facing the other day, and they had a Tyranitar out that was special defensive natured, and he had 193 EVs and special defense and Sandstorm. I hit it with a Hydro Pump. I did over half.
Wow.
So I mean, that right there is proof enough that this thing can really do some damage. And imagine if it wasn't special defensive natured, I probably would have done about 3/4, to its HP with one hit. So yeah, if you got stealth rocks up or something like that, or spikes, and that takes effect, and then you hit, yeah, there's a good chance you could take that out, almost with one hit.
Well, I mean, alright, I think that we had a really good video today. I'm gonna tell you guys, keep checking our channel out. I know we only have at least 2 vids up. So
That's right, I gotta check that out.
I put up a Drapion moveset.
Okay, sorry about that. The recording cut out there for some reason. But anyway, that was the end of our commentary right there. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. And yeah, have fun, play it safe, or else you might end up like this guy here.